Electoral Commission has revealed that the nationwide special voting exercise went off without a hitch and without incident, establishing a favorable precedent for the next general elections. In an interview on City FM on Monday, December 2, 2024, Fred Tete, the EC's Deputy Director of Research, commended the exercise. He emphasized the well-planned procedure by pointing out that there were no significant mishaps during the event. Tete also emphasized how the special voting was transparent and effective, with people showing up at different polling stations in a systematic way. Also, the Electoral Commission has previous order that limited media access to regional and constituency coalitions. Following internal discussions and consultations with the key holders, the Electoral Commission announced in a statement on Monday, December 2, that media personnel who were previously granted photo accreditation to cover polling stations will now be able to use the same accreditation to gain access to constituencies and regional coalition centers starting on Saturday, December 7, 2024, noting that the updated accreditation method is intended to give media professionals more access and flexibility during the election process. The EC underlined its dedication to accountability and openness. Now, away from the electoral process stories, Speaker of Parliament Alban Babins has announced that Parliament will meet again on Monday, December 16, 2024. He did, however, add that members of Parliament will be informed in due time of the location of the 7th meeting of the 4th session of the 8th Parliament. A notice bearing the Speaker's signature was published on December 2nd to make this statement. According to this ruling, Parliament will reconvene following general elections in 2024, when new MPs will be chosen for both the majority and minority parties. Now, the National Democratic Congress flag bearer John Dramani Mahama has promised to implement sustainable mining methods to address the environmental issues brought up by illicit mining. In order to safeguard natural resources and promote miners' livelihood, he declared that his administration will place a high priority on responsible mining. During his campaign visit in the Ashanti region, Mahama acknowledged the importance of small-scale mining to the local economy when speaking to party supporters at Akrokeri in the Fomena constituency. Still on politics, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has criticized John Mahama, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress 24-hour economy program, as vague and unworkable. The president urged people to reject Mahama, claiming he lacks new solutions to solve Ghana's problem on Saturday, December 7 presidential election. During his campaign visit of the Greater Accra region, President Akufo-Addo underlined that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is the most qualified candidate to guide Ghana in the future, while addressing religious and traditional leaders and new patriotic supporters in the Tema West constituency. Away from that, the General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, Fifi Fiavikwete, has voiced cautious optimism about the Electoral Commission's increased interaction with political parties. But he insisted that there is a cloud of suspicion because of the Commission's alleged partiality in the past. The Ketu South MP discussed the NDC's position going into the 2024 elections and the EC's interaction with political stakeholders under Jane Mensah's leadership in an interview with Joy News PM Express on Monday, December 2. In response to comment regarding the EC's transparency and openness, Mr. Kweti
the
said
truth is that the EC clearly had
it is still brittle.
Not my choice. Because, I mean, the EC, unfortunately, have placed themselves in a situation where the whole world is watching with eagle eyes. Everybody's watching every move with eagle eyes. Unfortunately, I would have said it's unfortunate. They should not have placed themselves in that situation, but that's what they've done. So naturally,
Now to some business stories. The International Monetary Fund has revealed that Ghana's fiscal performance is on pace to reach a primary surplus of 0.5% of GDP on a commitment basis. It follows the completion of the third assessment of Ghana's 36-month extended credit facility arrangement by the International Monetary Fund's Executive Board. The IMF stated that Ghanaian government is dedicated to achieving a primary fiscal surplus of 0.5 of GDP in 2025 through additional domestic revenue mobilization and rationalization of non-priority expenditures, while also expanding social programs to protect the most vulnerable from the effects of policy adjustment. In a related development, under its $3 billion extended credit facility, the International Monetary Fund has authorized the payment of $360 million to Ghana by its executive board. This comes after Ghana's third review under the program was successfully concluded, as was declared on Monday, December 2, 2024. With this most recent payment, Ghana has now received $1.92 billion from the ECF. By end of the week, the money will be credited to the Bank of Ghana. Now, after the break, to the international stories.
Hello there! Radio Windy Bay specially invites you to the first session of the 29th Congregation of the University of Education, Winneba, to witness the awarding of degrees, diplomas and certificates to regular and sandwich students. It's happening from Tuesday, the 17th of December to Saturday, the 21st of December 2024, 9 a.m. at the Jofus Anamon Mensa Conference Center, Winneba. Remember, the program will be live on Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM and also on Facebook, Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM. We say a big ayiko to our graduates. See you there.
As we venture forth into the grand arena of the 2024 general election, where we shall cast our votes to determine the guiding force of our beloved nation, we implore each and every one of us
to prioritize our dear motherland above the divisive realms of political parties and their charismatic figures. In this crucial moment, we find ourselves with no alternative but to embrace the resounding call for peace.
Let us consciously opt for peace, for it is the noble choice
that surpasses the destructive powers of violence and warfare.
I am Priscilla Akwabwa, a level 200 geography student from the University of Education, Winneba. I stand for peace.
My name is Emmanuel Atameza, a level 300 geography student from the University of Education, Winneba. I consciously opt for peace.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Now to the international stories. Joe Biden has begun his long-anticipated maiden visit to sub-Saharan Africa as U.S. president, but it comes amid uncertainty over future U.S.-African relations as Donald Trump prepares to succeed him in January. Biden's visit to oil-rich Angola seeks to underline an attempt by the American to focus more on trade and heavy investment in infrastructure in what some analysts see as the most direct counter yet to China's influence on the continent. Biden's choice of Angola is significant. He is the first U.S. president to visit the country, signaling a dramatic improvement in relations between the two nations. Before we end the news, a recap of the stories that made headlines. Electoral Commission describes special voting as smooth and incident-free. International Monetary Fund approved $360 million for Ghana after third review. And on the international front, Biden's Angola visit aims to showcase his attempt to rival China. And that will be all for today's Windy News at 12. My name is Nana Amma Nyamike Baini. Thank you for doing the watching and do have a good afternoon.
Hello there! Radio Windy Bay specially invites you to the first session of the 29th Congregation